Hey YouTube family, it's Humberto from GrayLaw TV, and today we have a mock I-751 interview that I am doing. I've been getting a lot of requests for these mock interviews. Watch this video and you'll see what the interview is like. I'm the immigration officer. My assistant Jennifer is the applicant, and you'll see how these waiver interviews are conducted in real time. And it'll give you some confidence when you go in. You'll know what documents to bring. You'll know, how to comport yourself in these particular interviews. So, hello, Miss Cueva. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good this morning, thank you. So let me place you under oath. If you can raise your right hand, please. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Do you understand why you're here today?
I do.
Why are you here?
To get my green card. My permanent green card.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking a lot of notes here today. Okay. So when I'm typing, I'm just taking notes of what you're telling me. Now, it's really, really important that you do not guess on any answers to the questions that I'm going to ask you. Because, if your answers are inconsistent with what I have in the file or your testimony, basically I can deny your case and I can put you under removal proceedings. That's deportation proceedings. I can also have a finding of fraud, which is very, very difficult to get around. It's a permanent bar. So you want to be really accurate. I don't want you to guess. If you don't know an answer, you say, I don't know. Do you understand that?
I do.
So I looked in your file. I want to know if you brought for me any joint documentation from the time you got the conditional green card until today.
No, I didn't bring anything. I didn't know I had to bring that today.
Do you have any joint documentation from the time you got your green card?
To be honest, no, we didn't. We didn't file anything together jointly. We never did anything like that.
Did you bring today your divorce decree?
I did not bring that. I didn't think I needed to bring that today, and to be honest, I have not filed for that as of yet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to continue this case after the interview. We'll still go through the interview, and then I'm going to allow you 120 days to provide me with the documentation. Okay, the divorce decree as well as joint documents. I'll give you a notice after the interview, and it'll indicate exactly what you need to bring and the time frame in which you need to respond. Okay?
Okay.
What was the last address at which you lived with your husband? I have a 485 Dream Street.
Yes, that was the one.
Okay, and are you still living there?
No, I am not.
Okay. When did you move out?
I moved out probably a month later after the interview.
30 days after the interview.
Yes, approximately. Mm-hmm.
That's very soon.
Yes, it just wasn't working anymore.
Why did you move out so soon?
To be honest, he was just he was just using drugs, and I didn't want to be in that environment anymore, so I decided to move out.
Where did you meet him?
I met him at a coffee shop.
Here in my notes, at the first interview to get the green card, it indicates that you first met at school. Can you explain?
The coffee shop was next to the school, or like on the campus. It was adjacent to that.
You met him, you started dating, obviously. When did you move in with your ex-husband?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay, I'm looking at my notes here. This is getting a little problematic because you indicated that you moved in right after you got engaged to him, and the engagement was on Valentine's Day in 2018, so how could you forget that fact?
I just don't remember that. Now that you mention it, it sounds about right, but I don't recall.
Okay. Did he meet your parents?
Yes, he did.
And so how often would you and he, if any, see your parents?
So I would say that he probably came at least twice a month.
Twice a month?
Yes.
Now, you indicated that he had a drug problem. I mean, would he show up intoxicated or...
I was always afraid of that. That's why a lot of times I didn't even want him to come by. Didn't want my parents to see him like that.
Mm-hmm. Did they see him like that?
They did once or twice.
Did they say anything?
They just kind of made a face at me, and I just tried to not bring him around a whole lot. Just probably
Okay.
more embarrassed, if anything.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your wedding again. Where did you get married and the details of that wedding?
We got married in Vegas, small ceremony, and then we had a party after that. But it didn't turn out the way that you would want a wedding to turn out, just because the fact that he was using a lot that day after, the ceremony, and it was not enjoyable for me. Let's just say that.
Okay. So after you got the conditional green card, tell me a little bit about the relationship.
There was no relationship. I mean, I knew he had always had a problem, but I just thought that it was going to get better. So I went ahead and after it just got to be worse, and he was using a lot, it seemed like, and I just didn't want to be there anymore. So there was really
Did you
no
ever talk to him?
relationship.
Did you ever talk to him about the
Yes,
problem?
I did, but it didn't help. Never helped the situation.
Did you seek marriage counseling?
No, I did not.
Why not?
To be honest, I just thought that it was just over. I didn't want to go ahead and continue with.
You didn't want to try marriage counseling?
No, I didn't. I was done. I was not happy anymore. I just wanted to move on.
So, did you confide in any of your family or friends?
No, I was way too embarrassed to say anything to anybody.
So, let me ask you a question here. I'm just thinking to myself out loud, why on earth did you marry him?
I did love him, but then I was like, oh, I can get a green card, and so to be honest, I was like, I can, do two things. Well,
So, if he could not apply for you to get a green card, would you have married him?
probably not. No, I wouldn't have.
So, I want to go back a little bit. I just want to clarify a few things.
Okay.
When did you move out of the home at the Dream Street address?
Like I said, it was probably about a month after
After what?
after the interview. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. And since you moved out of the Dream Street, have you seen him or spoken with him since that time?
No, I have not. To be honest, I don't want to see him again. I completely moved on.
Okay. And when you say you moved on, what do you mean by that?
I met somebody else, and I kind of want to continue a life with somebody else. So,
Who is this someone else?
some good-looking, handsome man.
Okay. And when did you meet this good-looking, handsome man?
I would say right after I moved out.
And you think that was kind of soon?
It was, but I was over the marriage, and he's a good guy.
All right, well, that will conclude our interview today. Thank you so much for coming. And as I said, I'm going to give you a notice. Give me, 10 minutes to prepare the notice for you. I will need joint documents. I will need the divorce decree, and you'll have 120 days to provide us with that information. Okay, do you have any questions?
If I don't get those documents within the 120 days, can I ask for an extension?
You can request an extension. We usually do not provide an extension. If you can't, you may consult with a reputable attorney to ask what the options might be. But yeah, I wish you luck in all your future endeavors, and thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
In this particular interview, the evidence is very weak. The applicant is a little bit credible, which is most important in these interviews, but they have no joint documentation from the time that she got the first green card. And again, she's in this interview as a waiver. She's separated from her husband. I asked if she brought the divorce decree. She didn't have a divorce decree. This is prima facie information that is necessary to get a waiver petition approved. And she didn't have it. So, hey, GrayLaw family, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like, and subscribe. Please remember, we have a community tab now. Visit the community tab when it pops up. Check it out. We're providing you with information in that community tab for our subscribers. Stay tuned because, I'm going to have some good news for you soon.